Hey everyone. Hey Jeff.
Hey Leah, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, before we talk sales, before you even introduce yourself, I just want to get you sharp, get you loosened up for this interview. So, we're going to do a series of rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay, this is about how you work best. Don't think, just give me the answer.
Okay.
Video on or video off?
On.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Morning or night?
Definitely morning.
Exercise before or after work?
Got to do it before. You'll never get it after.
Barefoot or shoes?
Both. More barefoot these days.
Office or work from home?
uh, really good at working from home, but I'd rather be traveling to offices around the world. That's my usual work style.
Okay, music or silence?
Music.
Teamwork or solo?
Definitely teamwork.
And last, reading or watching?
Both. Depends on the time of day.
Nice, very good, very good. Any of them trip you up?
uh, Reading or watching, right? Because we do so much of both now, right?
It's true. Yeah, totally. I think either one I get like fatigued. Like if I'm reading too much, I need to take a break and watch. And if I'm watching too much, I need to take a break and read.
I agree. I think that's a great way to frame it.
Okay, thank you. You did very well. So now that we see you're ready to go, let's hear a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here, what brought you to the world of digital adoption, and then we will talk about our event.
Awesome. So my name is Jeff McKittrick. I'm the Vice President of Sales Excellence here at WalkMe.
Sounds like you are the right man for the job because you are leading our panel for this upcoming event called The Anatomy of a Winning Sales Tech Stack. And I know that also sales tech stack is shortened and sometimes referred to just as the sales stack. So what is the sales stack for our viewers and why is it so important?
Yeah, so it's pretty common. Most any salesperson would probably know it, although they don't call it a sales tech stack. It's literally the technology that you use to do your job of selling. But then it's all the way up and down. There's all the stuff you do around customer engagement or maybe how you manage your activities. But then there's going to be things like what's the system that I go and find my sales content in? Is it internal websites or is it a system like a Seismic or a HighSpot, a Big Tin Can, a Showpad? Where do I go get trained? Where do I go to do my quoting? Do I use a tool like DocuSign to send out my documents? All of that combined becomes a sales stack or a sales tech stack. And on average, the analysts tell us there's probably 10, 15, in some cases even more pieces of technology that a salesperson uses throughout their job, which is a lot to try and remember. What tool do I use when? When do I, how do I use this tool versus that tool? And how do I even know, how to navigate this new tool that I only use maybe a few times a quarter? So it's a big challenge and it's a big area where you really kind of look to optimize that for your salespeople and take a look and make it how's the best it can be that makes it a differentiator for your company.
Yeah, I'm sure also like especially now coming out of 2020, which was a hard year for everyone, coming into 2021, it's like everyone's got to make sure that they have what they need. And correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not in sales, I'm in marketing. Shout out to marketing. But, it does seem like there's so many sales tools. There's tools upon tools. There's prospecting, there's acceleration, there's analytics, there's so many different kind of paths of sales, and it just seems like the tools don't stop. The applications just keep coming. So I can imagine that for sales leaders and business leaders going into 2021, it might be a bit daunting and trying to figure out really what you need along the whole like sales cycle. Is that kind of what you guys are going to be doing in this event?
Yeah, we're going to talk about just what did people see. Part of this panel that I'm going to be with will be talking about what shifted in 2020, and we're going to get that from a customer's perspective, from industry analyst perspective, and kind of managing partners, folks like Accenture and other research analysts, and then Brian Burns, who's going to be part of this, who spends his day talking to salespeople, right, and really drawing that out and going like, what's really going on at the ground level. So we're definitely going to be talking about trends. What changed, what are people evaluating, and what are they potentially looking at doing differently going into 2021? I mean, while we're all mostly virtual selling now, the world of selling may have forever changed. Will we go back to mostly defaulting to meeting people in person at their company headquarters, or going to vendors headquarters, et cetera? There's going to be a portion of us that are going to stay virtual, maybe for forever, right? It might have changed the future of selling. So that's going to evolve into, what tooling do I need? How do I need to change what I do with the tools? Even some of the things of, am I getting the value out of the tools I own, right? So other people, marketing's buying a tool, the enablement team's buying a tool for sales, right? They're throwing it all at the salespeople. Are the salespeople even using it, and are we getting the return and the value out of it, of what we did? So that's a lot of what we're going to cover. And then, even getting into things like, what are you doing about your sales kickoff? Sales kickoff season starts in January for most people that have a calendar fiscal year. You're not going to be bringing people together in Vegas or some other exotic location to do your kickoff. So how are you even going to use technology to accomplish the goals of what you normally do in a sales kickoff? So it's going to be a rich panel. There's going to be lots of great perspectives, and I think everybody will get something out of at least pieces of the conversation.
Yeah, I love that. I think the panel looks awesome. I see we have Aaron Ross from Predictable Revenue, like you said, Brian G. Burns from The Brutal Truth About Sales. We got you and Matt, like our absolute best, walk me sales guys. We have Paychex, we have Splunk, we have Accenture. So to everyone who's tuning in, the Anatomy of a Winning Sales Tech Stack is our event. It's on January 13th. You can find the link to register in the comments of this post. And this panel of amazing speakers will be led by Jeff. And don't miss it. We're really excited. We're looking forward to it.